Isang Russian ship mga kapatid, barko ng Russia, kinuha ng Amerika. Puwersa ng Russia mga tol, walang nagawa. Si Putin mga tol, nagulantang dito sa nangyaring to. Pag-usapan natin.
I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I seen ice was a
Alright mga kapatid, welcome ulit sa ating bagong video, reaction, review, commentary, opinion, criticism at kung ano-ano pa. At mainit mga kapatid ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon dahil etong January 7 lang mga tol. Itong January 7 lang, isang tanker mga kapatid ng Russia, may bandila pa mismo ng Russia, no? Na bantay sarado pa ng kanilang barko at ng submarine pero walang nagawa nang ito ay kuhanin ng US Navy, no, sa katubigan malapit sa UK. Sabing ganun, Russian submarines and a warship were nearby. Merong barkong pandigma ang Russia, meron pa ring submarine na nakabantay malapit lang pero walang nagawa doon sa tanker ng Russia na kinuha ng US Navy. So sabi rito mga tol sa title, Chinese diplomat is speechless for 49 seconds. Talagang nagulantang sila mga tol sa nangyaring ito. Bago natin to pag-usapan, bago natin panoorin ito mula rito sa China Observer, huwag niyong kalimutan mag-subscribe, click nyo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify kayo pag may mga bago tayong reaction video tulad nito. At syempre kung ikaw naman ay nanonood sa ating FB page, huwag mo rin kalimutan mag-follow and like. So dito sa mga maiinit na balitang to, nagbibigay lang naman tayo ng komentaryo Nagbibigay lang tayo ng opinion. Pwede nyo ako samahan mga tol. Magbigay din kayo ng inyong komentaryo sa comment section sa ibaba. Alright, so wag na natin patagalin pa. Panoorin na natin to.
On January 7th, a tanker flying the Russian flag was seized by the U.S. Navy in waters near the UK. Russian submarines and a warship were nearby.
Biruin mo may Russian submarine na, meron pang warship na parang nakabantay dito sa tanker na to. Walang nagawa nung biglang nagboard dito o sumakay yung US Navy, ito sakay ng mga helicopter, bumaba doon sa tanker na yun.
Providing escort, but did not take any action when the U.S. boarded and seized the vessel. This marks the first time in recent years that the U.S. has seized a ship flying the Russian flag, causing a global stir. The tanker, initially named Bella 1, was first pursued by the U.S. Coast Guard on December 31st near the coast of Venezuela.
So nakuha na pala dati to.
It was involved in smuggling oil for Iran, and the U.S. sanctioned it in 2024.
So ito mga tol, ang historya, it was involved, etong Bella 1, etong barkong mismong kinuha ng Amerika, na involved na to in smuggling oil for Iran. No? Tapos the US sanctioned it in 2024. The ship had also smuggled oil for Venezuela to China in 2021. Recent years lang mga tol.
The ship had also smuggled oil from Venezuela to China in 2021. When the Bella 1 left Venezuela, it was empty. The Coast Guard attempted to board it several times, but the tanker refused to stop and quickly fled. During its escape, the crew raised the Russian flag and claimed the ship had been renamed Marinera and was now a Russian-registered vessel. Russia then submitted an official diplomatic request for the U.S. to stop tracking the ship, but the U.S. ignored it.
So kilala ng US to, hindi ka pwede magtago sa amin, kilala ka namin. So eto, parang nagdi-disguise lang, in-erase nila, tinaas nila yung Russian flag, tapos nagpalit ng pangalan, tapos ito yung nakaregister na sa Russia, pero alam ng US kung anong barko to, sinakyan pa rin nila kahit na may nakataas na Russian flag.
Refusing to recognize the ship's Russian nationality and deemed it an unflagged vessel. The U.S. reconnaissance planes flew for days from an Air Force base in the UK, keeping an eye on the Marinera. The U.S. waited until the ship was in waters between Iceland and England before taking action. Reuters was the first to report that the Marinera had been intercepted by the U.S.
Bella 1 siya, nagpalit pa siya ng Marinara na pangalan, pero hindi siya nakawala sa Amerika.
According to sources, both the U.S. Coast Guard and military were involved in the operation. Since the Marinera was registered in Russia, Russia sent a submarine and a warship to escort it. However, when the U.S. Coast Guard and military seized the vessel, the Russian warship did not intervene.
So wala ring nagawa yung Russian warship at saka yung submarine ng Russia. Kahit na sabihin natin, oh, eto naka-register na to sa Russia kasi Marinara na yung pangalan eh, di ba? Pinalitan na eh. Pero alam ng US, hindi kasi Marinara, ikaw si Belawan. Na-sanction ka na namin dati, so hindi ka pwede basta-basta maglayag. So kahit na eto'y nagpapanggap na isang Russian vessel, 'di ba? At bantay sarado pa ng Russian submarine sa warship, wala rin silang nagawa. Hindi na sila nag-intervene.
On the same day, the U.S. Coast Guard also seized another sanctioned tanker, the Sophia. It was in international waters near the Caribbean. U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem said that the operation was carried out just before dawn, emphasizing America first at sea. She released footage of the boarding, highlighting that the Bella One had repeatedly changed flags and names and had even fled in a storm, but
Di ba?
was still successfully pursued by the U.S.
Wala, hindi sila nakawala sa mata ng Amerika kahit yung Bella One papalit-palit daw ng bandila, ng flag, 'di ba? At naglalayag kahit na bumabagyo, hindi sila nakawala.
Names and had even fled in a storm, but was still successfully pursued by the U.S. She sent a message to the criminals around the world. Listen up, you can run, but you can't hide. The news quickly spread on Douyin, China's version of TikTok. There was almost positive reporting of the U.S. military's actions against China's allies. Just a short time ago, this would have been considered dangerous and rebellious. Analysts believe that the recent capture of Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro and the seizures of tankers have left both China and Russia stunned. What
Kulantang sila eh.
truly shocked them was that Trump's deterrence has always been backed by actions and results. Just after the new year, Trump's series of actions symbolized America redefining its global position with an unprecedentedly tough stance during his second term. 2 days before this action, the U.S. had already released a message resembling a war warning, which was likely a key reason why Putin didn't dare to take any hasty action. On January 5th, U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth delivered a major speech at Huntington Ingalls Industry Shipyard in Newport News, Virginia. This shipyard is the largest military shipyard in the U.S. and represents the power of the U.S. Navy. The choice of this location for the speech carried deep strategic meaning. In his speech, Hegseth clearly stated that the U.S. is rebuilding its absolute and unquestionable military deterrence. He pointed out that during previous administrations, the world began to doubt whether the U.S. still had enough power to lead the world. But now that doubt has been cleared away.
Dati, pinagdududahan na ang puwersa ng Amerika kung kakayanin pa rin ba nila. Pero ngayon, nawala na yung pagdududang yun dahil dito sa demonstrate ng Amerika na kanilang puwersa at lakas pa rin nung overnight is nadakip nila si Maduro. Maraming umangal dito mga tol. Unang-una yung mga kontra kay Trump. Pangalawa mga tol, yung mga nakikinabang doon sa langis ng Venezuela. Sinasabi nila yung oil daw ng Venezuela ang target ni Trump, pero marami na rin nagsabi na hindi kailangan ng Amerika yung langis na yan. Ang may kailangan dyan, China sa Russia, kaya sila umaangal. Sabing ganun. Noon pa naman hindi yan napapakinabangan ng Venezuelan people. Biruin nyo, sa mismong Venezuela sobrang haba daw ng pila para makabili lang ng krudo nila. Diba? Minsan nga daw, pipila ka pa ng buong maghapon para makabili ka ng krudo eh. Kasi nga, yung mismong krudo nila, hindi na yung bansa nila ang nakikinabang, yung China na daw at saka Russia. Sabi dun sa mga ulat Diba? Kaya nga tuwang-tuwa yung mismo yung mga Venezuelan dun sa nangyari. So ipinakita rito ng Amerika yung kanilang puwersa. Tapos syempre, andyan dyan yung North Korea, andyan dyan yung Russia, Iran at saka Russia. Yung China, 'di ba? Sinasabi nila labag daw sa international law yung pag-atake ng Amerika dito sa Venezuela, pero hindi nyo naman narinig kinundi na ng China yung pag-atake ng Russia dito sa sa Ukraine. Ganon din ng North Korea mga tol, kinundi na ba nila yung pag-atake ng Russia sa Ukraine? 'Di ba? Nakisali pa nga sila, nagpadala siya ng mga sundalo para sa Russia. So dito nyo makikita, hindi natin talaga masasabing nandoon sila sa tama kasi binabaliktad din nila yung sitwasyon depende kung kaalyado nila o hindi. No? Ikaw, ano ang masasabi mo rito mga tol? Sabi rito, nagulantang daw si Xi Jinping at saka si Putin dito sa nangyaring to. Kasi yung barko, kahit na magtaas ka pa ng Russian flag o kahit magpapalit-palit ka ng flag, pantay sarado na yan ng Amerika at hindi yan makakawala. At yun, kinuha pa rin ng Amerika yung barkong yun. Ano masasabi nyo rito? Comment na lamang kayo sa ibaba. Hanggang sa muli mga tol, ako nga pala si Shobaldi. Peace out.